Hey. Yo. So this is going to be a simple message. Yay. And it'll be saved for subscribers. This live will be saved for subscribers only. So, this is a pretty simple video right here. Simple video, nothing crazy, lots of love, lots of knowledge, lots of truth. I don't plan to be live very long right now. I was just over here dancing. I was just dancing right there. You know, watching the sunlight, trying to get as much of the sunlight as I can before it vanishes. You know, and then we go into the full moon. You know what I'm saying? So this video, very simple. What are we going to talk about? Who wants to talk about the only thing that fucking matters? Who want to talk about the only thing that fucking matters? Yo, I never go live. I really need to go live more. My daughter is beautiful. Number one, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking, because I love to think about her. Number two, she's doing great. Beautiful. She's been singing since I met her. So can't wait till the talking begins and we start to conversate. Rather than just, ooh, we just be singing together. Ooh. I love that girl, man. Her mama cool too. My baby mamas is cool too. My son, I got a son. Y'all know that? Y'all know I got a son? So proud of my son. I am so proud of my son. And he ain't even done nothing yet. It would be born. Hey, shout out to you, son. Hey, shout out to you, bruh. We already know what you about to do. Like, shout out to my son. Shout out to my daughter. My daughter's got the chart of Nikola Tesla. And then my son, my son's a magician. I did they charts. Yo, what's good with you? What's good with you, bro? What's up? Have you been able to see your son yet? No. I do know his name. I'm listening to Kingdom Hearts music. Hey, so my son, right? He's an amazing person. I was able to do his whole chart. Shout out to the random person who sent me all of my son's information. Shout out to you. Whoever you are, they made an account, sent me all of my son's information, and then deleted the account. Like gangsta. Whoever you are, gangsta. If you were my baby mama herself, like shout out to you. But if not, like whatever, shout out to who? Hey, what's up, Roxy? Just chilling right now. How's everything? Everything's going great. I'm over here chilling with the pups. They just playing. It's okay, guys. They just playing. They just playing. Hey! Be nice, please. They're good dogs. So look, this is what we're going to talk about right now. Off top. This is what we're going to talk about right now. One up top, I keep something stacky for the choppy. I'm playing. Yeah. One up top, I keep something stacky for that choppy. That Bali Fraser-Donsky. What do you say? Something Molly and the offie. Pour for a walkie, vision clear, sleepwalking. Pour for a walkie, vision cloudy, sleepwalking. I like that song. Hey! I'm live. Apollo. Good boy. Apollo. Be a good boy. Good boy. Thank you, Zeus. Good boy. Apollo. Be a good boy. You got all the other dogs barking right now. All right. If you love your children, help the mothers with money. If not, you're deadbeat. Great thing I do that shit. Because I would agree with you. So check this out. what this live is going to be about. Simple. I really just want to talk about generational curses. Yeah. Because we all got them. And we all need to let them go. And I have children. I have baby mothers. I have a life. I have a mother. Myself, I have a mother. I am the baby of a mother. Right? I'm so honored, and I want to start this off by saying I'm grateful for having restored my relationship with my mother. So shout out to everybody who may not have the best relationships with their parents, but still strive to make it happen. Them relationships are great. I mean, trust me, I love relationships. I love partnerships. I love connecting to somebody who can please me in every way. I love connecting with somebody who wants to be on a journey with me of life. It's beautiful, but my mother was that first person. So shout out to my mom for us being able to establish communication. You see, my mother had as much as she wanted me to shut up and listen, my mother needed to learn how to hear her son. And her son definitely needed to learn how to shut up and listen. And that's the truth. So this is my message for the day. I would save this for subscribers, but I might just keep this up and then archive another post. We'll see. But this is what I want to say. Dealing with generational curses means that if we are talking to somebody else, arguing with somebody else, right? It happens a lot in relationships. We arguing with somebody else. I've noticed in these conversations with my mother, and we're going to use this as an example, that you could talk about me and I could talk about me. See, I'm going to talk about me. I really don't care to talk about you. I'm going to talk about me. I'm going to tell you, you know what? I was doing this right. I was doing this wrong. I felt like this. I felt like that. Whereas when I deal with people, from my exes to when I had dealt with my mother, other people in my life, one thing that I've noticed was that when you're talking about me and I'm talking about me, that's projecting. You see, you're projecting onto me. Me and my mother solved this a while ago, a couple days ago. So we're not talking about that. This is other things that have sparked this. But when you're talking to me, arguing with me, fighting with me, and you're telling me about me, and in that same argument, being who I am, I'm telling you about me as well. I'm agreeing with you. You right, I could do this better. You right, I didn't have to do that like that. Okay. But when I'm talking about me and you're talking about you, see, that's connection. But if you're talking about me and I'm talking about me, that's projection. If you're talking about me and I'm talking about me, that's projection. If I'm talking about me and you're talking about you, that is connection. You see, with my exes, as much as I love them, and as much as I would love to be there with my family and make things work for my children alone, I had to learn that they don't talk about them. They talk about me. And when I talk, I don't necessarily need to talk about them. I talk about me. So there's a lot of projection going on here. And the projections that I'm experiencing have to do with, well, if you loved me, you would have did this. If you cared about me, you would have did this. You see, I can't do anything but be myself. And I don't want anything from you other than what's real and authentic. So I would like for you to be yourself. You see, I have respect. Hey, shout out to you because you're an awesome person. who takes action on thoughts and creates beautiful art out of it. So we sent you a wave. Shout out to Made by Sheena Nicole, just because she's a real creator in this world. So shout out to you. We're going to take a moment for that. But what I'm saying to you is that if you can go into an argument, a conversation, or an issue with any loved one in your life, and if you can honestly take a moment to acknowledge yourself and see where you have gone right and wrong, honestly, for yourself, that's a beautiful thing. That's called self-reflection. That's called shadow work. That's called introspection. Hey, Zaddy. Yeah, you know, that's me. Yeah, I'm Zaddy. You said it right. So, when you're dealing with someone else, and they don't ever want to talk about themselves, they only want to talk about you. You may not be the problem here anymore. You're crazy. You may not be the problem. You see, what the problem is, that you're talking to somebody, dealing with somebody, trying to create understanding with somebody who refuses to look at the ingredient they are in the recipe. Slow motion this way. Slow motion that way. You see, shout out to Ralph Smart. You are dealing with somebody who is dealing with themselves, not you. You see, everything they're projecting onto you, everything they're saying to you, you didn't do, you did do. Realize this. With you and your own connection to God, there's only one thing that you can do for yourself. And let's be yourself, authentically. That stems from loving yourself, which stems from knowing who you are. Know thyself. Whereas when you're dealing with other people like to talk about you. Why is that? Why don't other people talk about what they did? Why aren't other people solely focused on what they did and what they could do? Why are they always talking about you, man? Why is that? You see, they're projecting onto you. You didn't do what they expected you to do. You didn't become who they wanted you to become. You're not doing what they want you to do. I have to tell you the truth here. As much as they may care about you, they do not love you. They do not love you. They love what you could be for them. They love what you could do for them. And as long as you're not doing that, they don't fuck with you. Now, that's called a narcissist. Now, a person who deals with you and you don't do what they want them to do, what they want, if you're a person who's dealing with someone else and you don't do what they want you to do, that is what I said, then you're going to realize you're going to quickly become the enemy in their life just by being yourself. We're looking for love, and we want to give ourselves love, unconditional if it can be. Are you okay? Thank you for asking, number one. That's awesome. I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely great. I be chilling, bro. I'm literally chilling. Like, don't worry about me. Like, don't worry if I look tired. I be staying up late, having fun. You know, don't worry about me. Like, don't worry about me. Like, to that degree, because I'm a person who's always gonna make sure I'm straight. I'm always gonna make sure I'm straight. They are mini Donald Trumps trying to control free spirits. Deep. These are unhealed individuals trying to control someone else when they can't even control themselves. And you know, isn't it beautiful that you can comprehend that? But isn't it painful that they can't? You see, I want to give you a gem. Because If you're an awoken being or someone who loves yourself, and you're dealing with somebody who's projecting onto you, they want you to be someone you're not. They want you to do things to make them feel good and feel loved that you don't normally do. So you might do stuff you don't normally do to make the people around you feel happy and comfortable due to your level of mastery or lack thereof. Then you're going to realize quickly that if you were to ask and demand them to do what you wanted them to do and who you wanted them to be, I want you to take note of all the resistance. I want you to take note of the fact that they ain't not going to do what you want them to do. But you will. Why would you break character and be someone you're not to make someone else happy? You mean well. But you ever heard that saying, the road to hell is paved in good intentions? I believe in that. Because I've lived my life with good intentions. And I've walked myself straight into a hell. Yeah, I have. And what that looked like was everything that I know I deserve, everything I know I want to do, right? What it looks like is a life that is at odds with those very things. Why is life at odds with the very few things that really make me happy? Oh, because I spent a lifetime making other people happy. So my lifestyle and my setting sometimes reflects a place that doesn't support who I truly am. Now, this is the point of the spiritual journey that we call responsibility. Who wants to take it? See, I have. And I realized that if I didn't go through the relationships that I went through, I wouldn't have realized the type of lover that I was. Now I see the type of lover that I am. I realize I can't just give that to anybody. I have gifts, and I have found my gifts. I can't just give them to anybody. You can't just give your gifts to anybody anymore. You see, healing these generational curses looks very simple. Here you go, buddy. He likes this toy. He's going to want to run and catch a toy. Go. So, it happens to the best of us. This is real talk and real transparency, brother. And this type of transparency is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. You know, my dad taught me something really dope. He said, if you don't laugh, you cry. So I learned how to laugh. And in laughing, you can keep a healthy perspective and a positive perspective of what's going on, no matter how dark it is. This is the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is, shout out to Sakuna, you're not strong enough. You're not strong enough to stand on your square and say, you know what? This isn't the life that I want. I'm doing things for people every day that I don't want to do. But I'm doing it because if I stop, it's going to make them feel some type of way. And I care about how they feel, so I'm going to keep living a life out of alignment with who I really am. It's too late. You already gave gifts to the women. Love those. And you know what? Those children are beautiful gifts. And you know what? They're not gifts for the women. They're gifts for the world. You see, my daughter is a gift to you, me, and the mother. And to God. You see, they're not God's gifts. They're gifts to God. We created vessels. You are a vessel that can inhabit a certain type of God. So shout out to my children for existing. Shout out to my children for portaling in. Shout out to my mothers and my baby... my mothers. Shout out to my baby mothers and my mother that portaled us through. And shout out to the fathers that seeded us. Right? I love them. I love myself. I love them. I love my children. And I love what it is, because love is when you allow somebody to be who they truly are. And this is the key here. This is the key here. Is to love yourself, right? To the degree that you're living the life you know you deserve. the life that you know you deserve. You see, the life that I know I deserve, it involves my children being taken care of. It involves my baby mothers being more than catered to. As they talk shit, they can live great and hate. Right? Whereas my vision is the win-win. My vision is for me to be the best version of myself. And me being the best version of myself is the only way that I can see opening a door to a win-win scenario from my position. If I can't control you or them, I can control me. And if I want to get to that reality, then I know I need to do what it takes. So this isn't just a motivational speech to get you to do what it takes for you. This is a wake-up call to let you know that, hey, all the things that you dream of and want in your life, you're supposed to have them. You're supposed to create them and develop a life that ensures their result. However, we don't do it because we care too much about the people who don't give a fuck about us or themselves. Does this make any sense to you? It's very simple of a message. Very underrated. And I do think that we should all take this message and pick it apart and find how it applies to us. And I'm going to give you these gems to walk away with. Do not worry about manifesting that perfect person for you, the perfect job, the perfect check, the perfect house. Don't even worry about it. Why? Because your first concern should be loving yourself the way you know you deserve it. Because when someone else comes in your life, you now can then give them that level of love. You see, you're catering to people that you think you love, but you actually just care for them. Okay? If you love them, then you would love yourself. And if you love yourself, then you would be in a position where you're able to start directing all your energy into your goals, dreams, and visions, and whatever God wants you to do in this life. If you have that connection, which you should. We all do. We don't always use it. But if you did use that connection with God, then you would realize that, hey, all my energy should be going towards this. You don't really feel like it's a good idea sometimes. You don't really always want to do it sometimes because you've spent so many years living a life that they want you to live. Okay? I want to show you something. Let me show you something. Let me stand on this table real quick and I'm going to show you something. All right. You see that road? You see that land? See that land over there? You see the road? Beautiful mountains, right? Notice that all the cars can drive on that road. They can drive on this grass. They can drive on the sidewalk. They can drive anywhere. But where are the cars always going to drive? They're always going to be on that road. And people who can walk. You can walk everywhere, but you're probably not going to walk in the road. You're probably not going to walk in the grass. You're probably going to walk on the sidewalk, right? You're going to walk on the sidewalk, okay? Realize this. You're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what you're allowed to do. You're doing what's okay and what's acceptable. You're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what you're allowed to do. What you're allowed to do is summed up in what society agrees to be okay. If you want to off-road, there's places for that. But at the end of the day, you got to realize that as much as you think you're living your life, and as much as you think you're doing for yourself, you're not. You're doing what your family wanted you to do. You're doing what the government allows you to do. You're doing what your family allows you to do. You're doing what your partner wants you to do, what your partner allows you to do. Very few of us are doing what we truly want to do. And those people who do it blatantly go to jail a lot of the time. If you was just to off-road off that street and go drive on anything, you're going to jail ASAP. A-fucking-sap. Because we have agreed what is best for the collective. The agreements are what's best for the collective. Now, if you look at what the agreements are, they are things that make the collective sick. food, infrastructure, lifestyle, time management, time usage, is all things that take away from who you truly are and what God would have you doing. So what God going to have you do nowadays, most likely, is going to be play a certain game within the game. Make your own game within the game and figure out how to get the game to be tame. Yeah. On God. Because look, I know you all think you're being yourself. I know you all think you're being who you think you are, but you are being who you are programmed to be. And until we establish that connection with God and ourselves, and we figure out what it is that truly makes our souls happy and what truly makes us satisfied, truly, without judging yourself, acknowledging yourself for who you are, not trying to be what's accepted, not trying to be what they would like you to be, but who you are. Good, bad, ugly. Who you are. Get to know that. Get close with that. Feed that. Respect that. They're not gonna fuck with you for doing it. They're not supposed to. Only you and God gonna fuck with you for doing what you're supposed to do for yourself. Do this long enough. Do this long enough, and you'll reconstruct your reality to start matching what it is you know you deserve. Start saying no to the things that don't really make you feel good, but you would tolerate for someone else. Start saying no. Start uncoupling from relationships and friendships. There's a lot of text messages that ain't getting no responses. There's a lot of calls that ain't about to get no responses. Because I realized who I was. I realized who I am. And what I've tolerated and who I have around me does not reflect it. Do I blame them? No, they're just being themselves. You see, I needed their validation. You see, I needed their confirmation. I needed them to tell me that I was a good person. I needed them to tell me that I'm doing good. I needed them to tell me that I was a good father. I needed them to tell me that I was a good Soular. I'm a good person. I needed them to tell me that how I'm eating is a good way to eat. Nah, bro. Don't need to do none of that. What if it's my dad? Should I keep trying? Yes. And this is why. Fathers, mothers, family members, children are indeed, and fuck the people who tell you to leave them. They're indeed a critical component to understanding who you are. Because majority of what you're doing subconsciously is coming from the body. The body is a completely subconsciously ruled thing. Your spirit paired with your body because your spirit matched what the body could do. Okay? So your body is composed of your ancestors, DNA, blood, the fake fable story that you told in an infinite reality to create your character. But they are indeed real because you exist. They exist within your body, within your DNA, within your blood. Whereas your spirit, your soul, who you are, never existed before. This is your first time ever being here. Your soul is unique. It just came from nothing, and it's here to experience everything. You just came from nothing. You are about to experience infinity. You don't know what it's like to live forever because you've never done it. You're going to forever do it. Make sense? Welcome. It's best to start to use this reality to tap in to who you truly are. Okay? Your character is definitely seen in your body. It's called keltemic morphogenics. Your body and its abilities are a direct reflection of your energy, your vital field, your life force field. The magnetic field created by the energy flowing through your being and its frequency creates a magnetic field. This magnetic field morphs and shapes physical matter. It's called keltemic morphogenics. You look like who you are. You look like how you think. You look like how you feel. Your father, your mother, your cousins, Stay connected to them and learn as much as you can from them. It doesn't mean that you have to live with them. It doesn't mean you got to live in a sandwich with them. But what it does mean is that you need to pay attention to them. And you need to realize that, we made of the same stuff. And for whatever reason, you behaving like that, a piece of that is in me. But as souls, we're completely different. You see, what I choose to do from free will, you've never seen before. None of my ancestors have. Whereas what I'm most likely going to do, or what I'm programmed to do, is my ancestors. Your ancestors are looking to you to fix it. Your ancestors aren't, dang, man, I hope he as dope as me. No, it's like, I don't care how dope your ancestor thought they were. They would be thinking, I hope he does better than me. I hope that they improve what I slipped up on. I became the greatest warrior, but I slipped up on my family. I hope that version of me keeps it. So there's a physical way to acknowledge spirituality, and it is directly through the family. Honor the mother, honor the father. Okay? Your children need you. Your best teacher your child could have is a healed version of you. There's nobody else who could teach your child better than you because they're made directly from you. They're going through what you passed on to them in every way. They are brand new souls, but they've existed since forever. They're now experiencing forever. He's just pulling away so much lately. I'll keep trying for a little bit longer, then I'm going to say fuck it. Because the first thing you were supposed to say was fuck it. Now, let me help. The first thing you were supposed to say was fuck it. And move forward and do what's best for you. When you are loving yourself better than anyone else can love you. What's good with you, Rally? When you are loving yourself better than anybody else can love you, not even better, just to the degree that you deserve, then you can start dealing with other people. You see, because you may, and let's just be honest with ourselves, you may or may not be in a position to deal with your father, your mother, your son, your kids, whatever family member, because you're not healthy enough. Psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Everything always good, Rally. You know that. Because I choose for it to be that way. So when you do go back and deal with your father, without putting out all your info, when you do go back and deal with your father, realize that if he has any issues with you, they're all the same issues that he didn't solve within himself. If your mother has issues with you, there are issues within her that she didn't solve within herself. And when they see it in you, they might attack it, but they can't help it because they haven't helped it within themselves. So expect to be misunderstood because they don't understand it yet. And you're showing them where they're fucked up as a child. And my children are going to show it to me too. And it's my choice to look at my child and be like, this is who you are. Let me be the best that I can in your presence. And let me learn as much as I can from you so I can ensure and see as much of myself as I can and see like, dang, nah, she got that from me. I know why she's doing that. It's this. Let me talk to her. That's different. You see, you shouldn't have to be fighting to restore relationships with our parents. But if you look at the day and sorry, phone call. They don't know what they don't know. All right? They don't know what they don't know. And that's their first time being here as well. You have to figure out how to love you and start doing that for yourself. And that might sometimes, guys, let's be real. This is why the spiritual journey gets crazy when it comes to money. Because sometimes we have to let go of everything that we built to receive what we deserve. Sometimes we have to let go of the relationships that we've been addicted to, that have filled our voids that we didn't want to fill for ourselves. And if we let that person go, then that void is open, that wound is open again, and we're going to have to do our own healing. But that's okay. That's what it's supposed to be. Do your own healing. If you're not doing your own healing first, then recognize that you may be the very distraction in other people's lives. You're not being the example of self-love. You're being the example of settling. You're being an example of what it's like to accept less and give everyone else more. That's backwards. If you want everyone else to have more, give yourself more, and no one will be deprived. I want you to realize that, no, you don't give up on them, and you never throw anyone away. Never. Because what if we threw you away? Never throw anyone away. But what you do is you make sure you're giving to yourself what you need first. And you deal with what you need to deal with accordingly. This is wild because I was having this exact conversation with my mom this morning about treating myself better. And that's what it is. You see, mom can't treat you better. Dad can't treat you better. Only you can. You gonna find a man who gonna treat you right. You know, only when you know what that treatment is like. Okay? Your parents and your mother may never treat you right. It's not their job. Their job is to treat themselves right. And they still may be learning something. Woo! Beautiful message. Excuse me, guys. But damn, I love the truth, man. I love the truth, bro. And it's heavy because it really is a beautiful thing. It really is not necessarily an easy... Oh, you dropped a toy in the pool? I'll get it for you, buddy. It's not an easy journey, but it's a real one. And I mean, me and my father, me and my mother, we have a great relationship. But me and my father, we don't talk. You know what I mean? But that's not my problem. I've done everything that I can do, and I do everything that I can do to be a good guy in my father's eyes. Hey, what? Go ahead with the Kingdom Hearts music. Hey, yeah, that was profound. In other words, you ate that. It's okay, man. I'm only here to help the people who care to help themselves. Alexa, play Michael E.
Michael E. from Apple Music.
That's the gummy ship music from Kingdom Hearts. I love that. Fucking love that game. Hey, what's up, Mira? You might want to go run this live back. I just wanted to join the charger real quick. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. And I want you to know that everybody loves each other. It's true. Everybody really fuck with each other. We do care for each other. We really are struggling to do what's best for ourselves. Really, buddy? You just gonna lick me? We're really struggling to do what's best for ourselves. Hey, what's good with you, Joe? What's good, GG? And I just want to wrap it up with this because you asked a good question. And whether we're talking about our children, our mothers and our fathers, or our baby mothers and our baby fathers, the truth remains that we really need to do the best for ourselves. Cool, I'm cool in here too, bro. Delivering a dope message, man. And it's just authentic stuff from what I go through. We all do love each other, bro. We all do mean to be authentic, but we do struggle with it. What's up, What's up, Jesus? We all do struggle with it, and I just want to end it with this. Put yourself in God's shoes. Anyone has done you wrong, God does not punish. I had to realize that the whole concept of the devil is to punish. God doesn't punish. God allows people to be who they are. And God loves you for who you are. Whereas any devil, demon, or deviant would like for you to divert away from that. Here you go, buddy. Remember this. Even though people may do you harm, and even though they may think they mean to do it, they don't. They're doing it from the love of something else. There is not one being on this planet that was born with hate. That is a learned trait. It starts with hating ourselves. We fix it by loving ourselves. Then we can love others. Until then, everybody hates on everybody else. Whether it be envy, whether it be lust, you want what he got, You want who he got. You want what she got. You want who she got. Pride. Oh, I'm better than them. All the things that cause you to look at life for what it's not. Anything that removes you from the authenticity must remove you from love first. If you're a loving being, let your dad be an angry man. And let your mother be an angry woman. And you be who the fuck God made you to be. That's it. You love yourself. You go take a bath tonight in some warm water with some salts and some smells. You don't wait for nobody to give you what you know you deserve. You go and get it. You give it to yourself. And I swear, I put it on my life. If you do that first, then you'll find people who could do that for you too. When you do it first, then you can delegate it. You are a creator. You must become your environment. Your environment will become you. Negative and positive are completely relative to where you are in frequency. Remember that. Positive and negative are completely relative compared to where you are in frequency. And when you're balanced, negative and positive, neither one is good or bad. It just is what it is. Things play their role. Are you playing yours? Let's not talk about daddy and let's not talk about mommy or our kids if we're not playing our own roles in God's grand orchestra, in this beautiful masterpiece that we have, where we're all puzzle pieces. Are you going to cut your pieces off to fit in somewhere that looks good? You're fucking up the picture. Go to where you belong. And even if there's nothing around you, wait. The whole masterpiece will form around you. I don't mind being the 1%. I don't mind being far and few. I don't mind being misunderstood. I know my role. What's up to you, bro? Hey, I would run this back. If you want to tap in, I'd run this back, bro. I'd run this one back. Shout out to you, bro. And I apologize for any time that I've talked down on you, bro, because what had happened in the past did hurt me. I felt like you messed with my family financially. You messed with my girl over these years. You messed with everything. But the reality is, bro, you did the best that you could for yourself. And so was I. And what we thought was our best wasn't always our best. But look at us now. Look at us now in God's purpose. Shout out to you, Jaco. Shout out to you, Jaco. Shout out to you, Jesus. Shout out to you, Fifi. Because we really out here, man. And if you really want to make a change in this world, take a moment tonight to do whatever it looks like to you to connect to God. Figure out what it is that you really want. And start to be honest with yourself. And stop judging what you want. And give it to yourself. There's a reason. Everybody, let go of all expectations of other people. Otherwise, you are now projecting onto them instead of accepting and loving them for who they are. If that's what you want, you better learn how to give it. Because when you receive that person, when you're around that situation that is God sent, you don't want to be the only issue left. You don't want to be the only issue left. Start with yourself. And then love everything else. Let your mom go, your dad go until you can figure you out. Because you're only going to hurt them from your confusion. God can provide all of us with clarity. Ashe. I only talk when it's time to talk. Alexa, make the volume 100%. You want to see something? Alexa, turn on Flamingo Club. Ah! Yeah, we about to vibe. We about to chill. Hey, if you guys don't mind me asking to Reverse, Fifi, Jaco, Juices, anybody in the building, I would like to take a moment to just ask you guys how you feel about things and where you're at in your journeys. You don't got to give me the whole dissertation, but it would be nice to know how you guys feel today. How y'all feel today? I know y'all going through things. I'm not the only person who goes through things and makes it out. Makes it out. But I know I'm not the only person going through shit.